Okay. Namaste, beloveds. This is Motherhood Wisdom, and this is the final addition to Devotion to Purpose. This is, I was told the other two, the last video, 3 cards were pulled from each deck, and only 2 were pulled from the animal deck, so I needed to pull another one. And the other one that came, I'm going to start off this video with, and I'm just going to jump right into it. And it is the spider came forward. Again, I'm going to read what the creator of the card has to say about the energy of spider, and then I will get into why Spirit selected this particular card, what the frequency is for the topic of devotion to purpose. So let's just jump right into that, beloveds. Again, the card was Spider, and bear with me, beloveds. Spider 114, that's again a 6, the number 6. 6 has come up a lot with these readings. Pay attention to that. Bear with me, beloveds. I'm holding the phone and trying to do this. Turn pages at the same time. So, give me a minute. There we are. Okay, it is what it is, beloveds. Spider, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. So on point. The pulse of creativity is especially strong right now. You can tell me, I woke me up 6 o'clock in the morning, okay? The pulse of creativity is especially strong right now, triggering a not unfamiliar and compelling desire to express yourself through creative writing. Whether or not the tales you weave are true, whether they're based on actual experience or the imagination of your fertile mind, each day sit yourself down and pour out the words that come to you. Don't ponder each sentence or paragraph, just write whatever wants to be written through you. To inspire and enlighten others, you don't need a profound, complex tale. Start by describing a personal experience, once where you gain some insight that may also be useful for others. However, don't focus on how people will respond to your story. Instead, just enjoy the process of writing without judging your work or yourself. Write to express, not to impress. In attempting to write, you may find yourself easily distracted either with others' needs for your time and attention or with those negative thoughts and beliefs that are a product of judgments and shame that you were once subjected to during childhood. A powerful way to release these habitual and self-limiting thoughts and feelings is to write about them in story form. As you do so, don't hold back anything. Through such a catharsis, you heal those words that had originally wounded you. Through such a catharsis, you heal those words that originally wounded you. Think about the spider weaving. You heal those words by weaving your own words of the words that originally wounded you. Association with spider: creativity, wisdom, weaving, balance, storytelling, writing, connectedness, inspiration, femininity, nurturing, communication, imagination, and individuality. And beloveds, the three animal guides and guardians and messengers that came through were the humpback whale, honeybee, and now the spider. All of these carried a very distinct feminine energy to them. All of them have to do with the womb. All of them have to do with sound. Even the spider, the vibration of that spider web holding sound, saying write the words, and then and reroute them to healing. What was once a womb, raise those words up out of there and rewrite them into healing words. Let me give you a little bit more insight as to what Spirit has to say about why it chose this card, why this card came forth. Divine purpose is the topic. Beloved, to inspire and enlighten others, you don't need a profoundly complex tale. Start by describing a personal experience, one where you gain some insight that may also be useful for others. However, don't focus on how people will respond to your story. Instead, just enjoy the process of writing without judging your work or yourself. Write to express, not to impress. In the beginning of the computer age, my introduction was a word processing course. I was about 19, I believe, when I took it. 19 or 20. Wasn't no older than that. Wait a minute. Yeah, 19 or 20. 19 or 20. When I took my first word processing course. And it was a course through social services of Detroit, Michigan. As a young mother, a single mother, I always sought to do better for my children, do better for my child. I had one child at the time. To do better for my child and to not just sit on my butt and collect a check that wasn't going to be in the best interest of me and my child, that would hold us and bind us to even more poverty, and would enforce a stereotype that I could not stand. And so I devoted myself to moving past that. That was my purpose then. And I came into contact with many beautiful beings along the way. Many beings that helped me. Finally, when the computer age came along, And I got so enmeshed in the emerging technology, in the emerging lifestyle and scenes that followed this new way of connecting, of communicating with people all around the world, not just in your neighborhood, not just at your school, not just in your town, but through a computer where you don't physically have to see each other and you can represent yourself any manner you choose. Your imagination can take off. Always being a very imaginative being, always being very creative in that sense, always being drawn to poetry and writing and communicating and expressing myself. I was drawn, I was driven to some very specific areas that I look back upon now with a deeper understanding and understanding of divine timing and how fate and destiny is woven and interwoven with beings past and beyond space and time. Many things occurred through my writing, with my writing, as a vessel and as a vehicle. My first avatar name was Sophia of Sheba. It was given to me by Spirit. It was selected by Spirit. And Sophia is wisdom in Greek. Sheba was the Queen of Sheba. I prayed for the wisdom of the Queen of Sheba. That is what I prayed for. As I sit here today, I realize that is what I have harvested. That was planted a long time ago, and it has manifested in ways that cannot be denied. Not to myself and not to others. And so, in saying this, Spider came along today, and we're speaking of the World Wide Web. And like I said, it's blowing my mind in so many ways. Because I got up this morning knowing being told to do this video, not knowing what was going to come forth from it. Only that a few things, not knowing what was going to come through the words, through the dialogue, that Spirit was going to move. And in the manner she was going to move and connect the dots, so to speak. Connect the lines, connect the words, connect the frequencies, and express herself through expression. let me just keep going, beloveds, because this, like I said, this is so deep. And when she told me, blue butterfly jaguar woman, when she told me to pull another card from this deck, because you have three, you want to be consistent across the board. You had 3 from the other 2 decks, so you need 3 from cards from this one. So pull another one before you start. Okay, what came forth? Spider. Spider's message is very powerful. I am sitting here basking in this energy. And blue butterfly, jaguar woman, and spider woman are 2 very ancient mamas. Two very ancient energies, divine feminine energies. Look them up. Pay attention to the messages. Again, beloveds, humpback whale, honeybee, spider, spider woman is a Native American divine feminine aspect. That is coming forward and saying, listen. It's up to you whether you listen or not. And that is the part. I'm going to give you the associations again, and then I'm going to move forward with the other cards. The association of spider, creativity, wisdom, weaving, balance, storytelling, writing, connectedness, inspiration, femininity, nurturing, communication, imagination, and individuality. Tell your story. Give birth to it. Resurrect it. Like Isis did with Osiris. Bring it up. And give birth to something new. Something stronger and deeper. A combination of the spirits. The masculine and the feminine. Combined into one. It is October, beloveds. Let me move forward. And I don't know what... Okay. The cards are in order that they were pulled. And the first card that we're going to get into is 3 of Arrows. Pay attention to the vibrations. Pay attention to the star in the hand of the spiritual elder. Pay attention to the rattle. Pay attention to that look of bliss on her face. Okay. I hope you can see. There we go. Three of Arrows. And again, pay attention to the number 3. Each deck, 3 cards came forward. Okay? And when there was an unbalance with the 2, I was told to pull another one so that it would be 3. First card in the Medicine Woman book is 3 of Arrows. So let's see what Mama has to say. Three of Arrows, listen to your heart. Again, we're told to listen. Prayer. I allow the information I need to come to my senses by paying attention to what is before me. I see that the world gives me whatever is needed if I simply open my eyes and ears. The world is giving me constant feedback on the thoughts I hold in my mind. It provides clues to where I might find what I'm looking for. I pause. I listen. I follow my heart. Grandmother, guide me with the star-bright song of your timeless way. I seek to bring plenty to my people. Aho, Mama. Devotion to purpose. Devotion to purpose. The mother tongue. The song. The Psalms. The Lord's Prayer. The Queen of Sheba. Be grateful. See and hear the unconditional love of spirit. Be able to discern what divine timing is. Pray when you are beyond sight. Ask to see. Ask to be shown. Ask to know. Ask, and you will be answered. Knock and it'll be open. Away. Don't judge the way that comes forward. Don't assume it should have some particular shape or sound or form or color or size or gender. Spirit is formless in everything. Listen. The lesson of this card, Three of Arrows. Your thoughts must travel through your heart. If your action began with attunement to the I am mind of the all-perfect universe, then what is coming to you now should be plenty of what you want. The buffalo is the North American native symbol of plenty. It provided food, clothing, and shelter materials for many tribes. It was respected, fully utilized, and appreciated. When it was around, no one went without. Consider the needs of your people in your aims. In your aims, Valerie Ames. If you find yourself with plenty of disappointment, it is time to look to your thoughts again and into your heart. Did you set out to achieve a goal? did you set out to achieve a goal your heart was not into? Did you override deep feelings within? Were your goals overlooking the needs of others? Was your goal overlooking the needs of others? Were you being narcissistic? Were you searching for instant gratification to your own desires only? Were your goals overlooking the needs of others? Are there unkind words now piercing your heart and limiting your vision? Listen. Words can be stab words, S words, or salve words. I don't like you, or I forgive you. Your sword words can cut away the problem or wound the one with whom you are experiencing the problem. Pay attention. Aim to foster love. Once again, we're being told to watch our words. One said write them. This one says watch them. This one says watch how you use them, like a salve or like a sword. Small letter S. Small letter S. And when I said that, I saw the S on Superman's chest, and that has its own story. That's a spiritual symbol and sign. Do your own research on that. I'm not going to go into that right now. But speaking of devotion to purpose, understand the synchronicity of the things that are coming up. Understand why this is spiritually expressed. Spiritually, you know what I mean. This is what it is, beloveds. This is sweet medicine. You can take it or you can reject it. It's up to you. It's up to you. Let's move on to the next card. The next card is the Ten of Stones. This card has come a lot in previous videos. The Ten of Stones. And let's see what the Ten of Stones has to say, beloveds. Ten of Stones is on page 158, which is a 14, which is a 5. 158. Here we go. And this is the prayer. Ten of Stones, accepting recognition. Prayer. My rewards are many at this phase of my career. A good harvest is always certain. People honor me with their purchases. I have earned what I receive. I can relax for a time and rest before I am asked to go on to yet another level of experiencing this work. I can pass some of my wealth on to those behind me. I free myself for other things I have begun to desire. It is a rich time in many ways, and greater freedom is coming. Oh, Mama. Amen. Lesson. You have been discovered. A place has been made for you in the marketplace. You have found your niche. This can be an exciting and adventurous period. You may at times long for the quiet role of the student or novice. Fame may tempt you to overwork and overproduce. Use caution. Remember your real values. Keep your priorities straight. Your inner peace and conviction are what brought you here. Don't be tempted to set them aside. You have reached a peak. Always understand that peaks are temporary. Enjoy it. Use it to your advantage. And comfortably prepare for the next phase. This is fall. We're getting ready for winter. We're being told that we have peaked. Get ready for the next phase. You will be moving on to a higher level of learning as an apprentice of stones. Beloveds, there's so much that is coming forth, that is just pouring through this advancement of the Aquarian age. As far as consciousness, spiritual consciousness, and paying attention to consciousness, period. Whether it's subconscious or unconscious. Like I said, I arose from unconsciousness to speak what was in my unconscious and subconscious consciously through these videos that I just did today. And I wouldn't say purpose. The reason was the devotion to purpose. I didn't even know what I was going to entitle these videos. Okay, I just knew. I woke up with the overwhelming urge, need, desire to fulfill spiritual calls. Okay? And it's a devotion to purpose. It explains why I was up at 6 something in the morning. It explains why I deleted the games off of my phone that gave me tremendous enjoyment. Okay? But that weren't fostering a deeper sense of my productivity, spiritual productivity, and my devotion. It was distracting from my devotion to purpose. Okay? So let's just move forward with the accepting recognition. Spirit wants to say accepting recognition. I see why I'm running from that. I have a hard time with that. And Spirit is saying, I have earned what I receive. I can relax for a time and rest before I'm asked to go on to yet another level of experience this work. I can pass some of my wealth on to those behind me and free myself for other things I have begun to desire. And that is so true. I am rising from the tomb of depression. I am rising from the underground hell that I've kept myself imprisoned in. And upon my rising, I am much more inclined and in tune and aligned with my spiritual needs. And with those spiritual needs, I am committed to and devoted to expanding my conscious awareness. And that's what all of this has been for. That's what all of this is showing me it has been for. And in doing all of this, I'm not just hoarding it to myself or keeping it all to myself. I'm sharing it through the many avenues that I love, which is writing, music, communicating intimately, deeply. In these videos that I've been doing lately, holding this camera to my face, you know, looking in my own eyes, seeing my own soul express itself freely, without guilt, without shame, from a place of unconditional love. And for me, it feels like home. And it has stirred deeper desires. For what exactly, I don't know. More than what I've had, more than what I know. And I'm sure it's something that I've had in ancient lifetimes that I'm going to call back to me, because it's I don't want to say it's mine, but I guess I do. And so these ancient desires are going to find their fulfillment in the way that they're going to find their fulfillment. But it is in high definition only, by discernment, by choice. Manifestation is spiritual intercourse. Why I need to say that, I don't know. Let's move forward to the next card, beloveds, okay? The next card is the Ace of Stones, okay? The Ace of Stones. Look at that. How deep is that? Remember I said I've been climbing up out of the pits? Oh my God, mama. Whew, oh my goodness. Okay. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed right now. I am so overwhelmed right now, beloveds. Ace of Stones. And I was right there because the last card was a stone. Okay. And on several prior videos, I went into what the stones suit means. So I advise you to either pick up Carol Bridges' The Medicine Woman Tarot deck. How many times have I said I was going to start doing... Yes, Mama. Okay. Forgive myself and have compassion. Forgive myself and have compassion. Divine timing. It'll be when it's supposed to be. Okay. Oh, thank you. Ace of Stones. Seed of prosperity. I've got to show you this again. Seed of prosperity. That looks like a beautiful, huge crystal or diamond. And I want you to think, we're going to say, well, we'll see what the card says it is. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. Seed of prosperity. Prayer. Great Spirit, I accept your offering. I am thankful for these material gifts you place before me so abundantly. Mother Earth provides all that I need. The gifts of my ancestors lie within her arms. Your crystal of inspiration calls to create from the wealth that surrounds me. Humpback whale, sonar, echoes in the water and now in the earth. The calls, the sounds, listen. Listen to the sounds, listen to the words of the ancestors through the crystals, through the crystallizations of particles and atoms and times beyond our knowing, beyond our ability to even conceive and to hold. But it's here again, communicating with us. Lesson. The grandmothers, to say, pay attention to which gender is put first. Right here. Pay attention to seeds of prosperity. The grandmothers and the grandfathers have given their life and consciousness to earth for us. They've seeded the ground with their bones, with their thoughts, with their feelings. They've crystallized. And what do you think dirt is? What do you think sand is? Their life consciousness. This is why the mountains and plains are sacred. The native people are the land. Others died that we may live. The earth is alive with their consciousness. Listen. It's echoing. So when I sit here and I come to you and I say, blue butterfly jaguar woman, got something to say. She's coming from the depths of whenever and wherever, before time and space, and blah, 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 and the Tower of Babel, and la, 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 la. And you're like, well, what the hell are you talking about? Connect the dots, beloveds. It's more than what you see. In the words, in the frequency, in the light vibration. In the form, in the gender, in the age, in the wisdom, in the way of what you call mystery than what you know consciously. Unconsciously, you've never forgotten. You know. That's what you long for. That's what you hunger for. That's what you thirst for. That's what you know you need. And that's why everything else don't satisfy you. Not no woman, not no man, not no drug, not no religion. Only the silence. And the silence is pregnant with unlimited vastness and gifts for you. But you got to quiet that mind down first. And you got to swim past all them crocodiles in your thoughts and feelings that's want to eat you up. Gobble your spirit and tell you ain't got one. Bear with me, beloveds. Bear with me. October. The grandmothers and grandfathers have given their lives and consciousness to earth for us. The native people are the land. Others died that we may live. The earth is alive with their consciousness. Earth has embodied every god and goddess who walked the planet. Pay attention to that. Learn from that. Listen to that. So when a being, an aspect of spirit comes forth, I pick it up because that frequency is radiated and I can pick up on that. And I say, blue butterfly, jaguar woman got something to say. I'm not making it up, beloveds. It's quantum physics. It's quantum science. It's spirituality. It's the most ancient of knowledge. It's the mother tongue. It's telepathy. It's empathy. It's being able to relate to the dust, because dust you are and dust you will return. The womb is the tomb that you were seated in. It's all there. See those faces in those rocks? You see that ladder for you to climb up out of, and what color does that being have on? Blue? Baby. Bathe me in the knowledge. I think I even did a video where I said that. Wash me in your wisdom, mama. Bathe me in it, flood me in it. Flood me. It was flood me. It was flood me. And a poem came forth from there. And here it is. When I talk about the green man, Osiris, when I talk about Jesus resurrecting himself, and there we go with that 3 days. You can say it's all coincidence if you want to. I know better. I know better in my bones. The earth is alive with their consciousness. Earth has embodied every god and goddess who walk the planet. She has received into her body, H-I-R, her body, every prophet and savior, every Amazon and warrior, every seer and simple peasant. She is rich with resources. What does that mean? It means you are never at a loss for what should I do? Be still and know yourself. Listen to what is spoken to you. Pray. Ask. Call in your guides and your guardians from out of thin air, from out of each grain of sand buried deep in the ocean floor, from each little dust bunny over there in the corner somewhere. Goddess Kali will teach you about that. She sure will. About the dirt and the filth. And that's all you see. Carol Bridges is telling you. Kali, the unstoppable, the devourer of time, won't stop, can't stop. You keep growing that head if you want to. I'm going to take it off. Why? Because it's written. You may bite me in the heel, but I'm going to crush your head. This is the age of Kali Yuga, they say. Kundalini is rising in many. In the conscious awareness. It's that spiritual language. That vibrates. It's the mother tongue, which is wisdom, which the form of the serpent mimicked. S. Serpentine. What is the biblical Septuagint? Sept. Before October. Sept. S-E-P-T. Before Oct. 7. All these sixes have come up. And now we're here with 7. Through the Ace of Stones. She says, now open your eyes and receive the gift of true understanding, from which abundance comes. Prosperity is formed of right relationship to earth. Open yourself to becoming aware of the wealth of resources surrounding you. Life is everywhere at your command. If you are currently experiencing lack or burden in the material realm, do the following. 1. Look at your possessions. As you observe each one, ask yourself, do I feel thankful for this? 2. Immediately get rid of anything for which you are not thankful. Pass it on to someone who will be glad to receive it or give it back to the earth. 3. Observe your feelings. Have they changed? Do you still need something? If not, the problem is solved. 4. If you still need something, visualize the thing you desire. Imagine yourself through the whole cycle of appreciating the earthly elements from which it is made, seeing it carefully created, receiving it gladly, giving something you value in return for it, using it fully and returning it to earth or passing it on. I woke up this morning through divine purpose to speak on being very careful of what you're feeding your conscious awareness. Being very careful with what you're devoting your time to, what you're devoting your awareness to. And I spoke of a very dear, beloved being who I am aware of, who is having a very hard time, and who spoke to me of when I tried to reach her, tried to call her. She didn't answer the phone because she was playing this game. And I said, okay, call me when you're done and you got some time. I still have not heard from her. She has been experiencing panic attacks. She's going through a lot. She's worried about her mental health impeding her ability to work her job so that she can pay her mortgage. All of this is divine purpose. All of this is if you still need something, visualize it. Stop escaping or seeking to escape by giving your devotion and your time and your attention to something that's not real, to something that's sowing dissent in your subconscious and unconscious. If you are constantly playing a role-playing game where you are battling evil and you are fighting and you're fighting and you're fighting to do what? Get to the next level, to the next monster, to the next one, 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 to the next one. And you're getting this and you're buying this so you can have this kind of tool, this kind of weapon, whatever the game equips you with. But you're using this game. This game is using you. Remember I spoke about the Mary Ann Williamson workshop and the hooks and the fishing? And you playing this game, you're casting your hook into the water. Your hook is your conscious imagination. You're casting that out into the waters of whatever this game is, whatever energies and entities are around there. And you are so focused in on whatever mission or whatever that level requires you to do in order to pass. Listen to the words. In order to pass, what must you do? What must you defeat? What kind of monsters, what kind of demons, what kind of animals are you fighting? What kind of, are they dead or alive, zombies or whatever? This is where your conscious attention is focused on. This is what is feeding your subconscious and your unconscious. And so your worries are manifesting and playing out and being created, and you're sending out these vibrations. I need to fight this. I need to do this. And your hope and your everything is based on this game, this gaming, and how you view yourself as a gamer. It's an identity. Is it a spiritual identity? Does it lead you more inward? Or does it lead you farther away from the truth? When Spirit woke me up this morning and told me to delete those games off of my phone that I have been spending money on, 99 cents here, $1.99 here, $2.99 here, $19.99 for a monthly pass. But it's for me, and this is loving me, and I like it. It's fun. I don't do anything else. Be careful of what's got his hooks in you. Okay? Be careful of what's got its hooks in you. It was created from the mind of men, from the desires of their hearts to make money. They don't give a damn about you being entertained. They're using psychology against you. Your compulsions, your needs. You're being hooked in by the sounds of the game, the music. You're being hooked in by the colors and the flashing and the this and the that. You're being rewarded, and when you don't get your reward, you go into this little, I need this, I need that, I need friends. Oh, let's share, let's, oh. And you're so focused. And you're so dedicated to what? Gaming. Being a gamer. Playing a game. And guess what? You the one being God. You gaming yourself. You cheating yourself. You cheating your spiritual self. I just said I had to get off these games this morning. I had to wake up and delete them from my phone. Guess what? Many of them were still, we still mid-month. You still got this and you still got that. And guess what? Some of the old games that you had got rid of the first time and said you weren't going to do this no more, oh, here they go. We miss you. Come back. So the games that you playing got commercials of the ones that you didn't play no more and telling you to come back. And you can still come back and get all your stuff that you left here. Come on. Devotion to purpose. Be vigilant. Because there is a beast out to get you. Valerie, why are you so serious? Because I'm giving everything I need to survive this beast. And if I don't utilize it, that makes me a fool. I'm from the hood. That makes me the beast bitch. I got a problem with that. That makes me the devil's bitch. Call it ego if you want to. I got a problem with that. I had a problem with it. And so when you got a problem, Marianne Williamson in her little workshop, she talked about that very well. It's about metamorphosing and growing wings. Imagine that. I bow down to spirit. That woman was put in my path over 20-something years ago with her book and her words. Who are you? Not to know that you are beautiful, that you God's child. How you gonna deny your beauty? How you gonna deny your intellect? How you gonna deny your divinity? And it's taken me all this time, over almost close to 30 years to get here to say, yeah, how am I gonna do that? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? And you know what came up? Your mind, your thoughts, and your feelings. That's what keep you tied to. Sit down, boo boo. Sit. Stay right here. No, you can't go out and play. No, you stay right here, next to me. Don't you move. Wild, free. I ain't staying here. Nope. Can't do it. The wild in me, the free in me, the memories, the knowledge, the wisdom. Then been depressed, knocked down, foot on neck, Watch children, my children, the earth's children, go through, go under, into the tomb, into the womb, and come back up again to do it all over again. Still same stupid shit. Divine timing. Oh, you gonna practice to get it right. And once you practice enough, you realize the value of you can either have this or you can have that. And when you find yourself with the hooks in you still, or you self-sabotaging, let me hold up. Fred Flintstone breaks. Nope, 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 nope. No. No, Valerie. We're not going that way. No, Valerie. We're not listening to that. No, no, no. Tell your mind, no. You can't come out and play. Why? Because that world that your mind is of, that's where chaos and danger and everything else, and I love you too much to just let you keep surrendering and sacrificing yourself to that. What are you getting from it? Do you see the smiles on them eldest faces? You notice how they all look alike? As this one rises up, I'm told to pay special attention to the hands on each side of the ladder. Wait a minute, there we go. The hands on each side of the ladder. 2 hands down. There's a lot here, beloveds. I'm gonna have to meditate on this card, see how many faces I see and all of this and all of that. But these are grandfathers and grandmothers. Dust we were made, that we came from, and to the dust we return. It's just that simple. Not that complicated, and it ain't mysterious at all. But if you don't respect and honor that dirt, you can't respect and honor nothing else. It's plain simple. Plain to see. So when you see these people making their choices, understand the frequencies that they're listening to. They don't believe that they're dirt. They don't believe that they're going to return to the dirt. Don't put your faith in them. Because just like the naked emperor, you'll be naked just like them. Just like him. Showing all your goodies. And being very undervalued while you're doing it. Okay, beloveds, that is going to do it. And I think I'm going to... My coffee maker is gone, dead, both of them. I have one. Both of them is just kaput. So I'm going to have to get me a coffee maker. There's like I said, these desires are rising in a little po girl again. So we'll see where spirit takes us this time. Aho, beloveds. I hope this information helps you. I hope you meditate upon it. I hope it reaches where it's supposed to reach. I hope whoever gets it develops it into what it needs to be, deeper than what I could give it. I did the best what I could with it. If you can transform it and make it into something even better that can be consumed by somebody even farther away or whatever and however, you go ahead. I ain't hating on you. We all serve. We all dirt. Serving dirt. Gonna go back to dirt. So it is what it is. It just is what it is, beloveds. I'm getting better and good with that every day. Better and good with that. Okay, it's early, beloveds, so don't pay me no attention. Like I said, I'm taking Valerie out of this, but the message from Blue Butterfly Woman, please pay attention to the frequency and allow the fluttering to penetrate your consciousness and listen to the call. Understand the direction of the winds, the way they're blowing. Change, huge change, dramatic shifts, earth shifts, earth shaking changes are headed our way. We can only meet those changes and those challenges as a community. A community of individuals devoted to purpose. Aho, mama. Aho. Aho, mama. Blessings.